Oh, yeah, here we are back at it again with game number 1 coming at you here in the losers bracket. We have the TSM boys, Myth and Hamlinz, going against the opposite team there of FaZe Banks and his partner, Tennpo.
Has his sleeve gotten a little higher?
Has what?
I think Hamlin's sleeve has gotten a little higher up. Like, I'm seeing more of the gun with each game, which means he's getting real serious. I mean, that thing is going up like just like this. Like, eventually, it's just going to be sleeveless. And I didn't know FaZe Sensor was playing in this tournament, but I'm all about it, all right?
All right, here he is already in a gunfight. Actually, his teammate already down, Myth already down, coming in, trying to go big, and Hamlinz does so. Goes for the 2, but his partners are going to be around. Does he go for the res, or does he help and get these kills? And he actually has to go for these kills now, going and jumping in.
Great play.
That's
and FaZe Banks is down.
FaZe Banks is. What is going on? This is fireworks.
There's one down from
already
both
off
teams.
the rip. Myth needs to get back
Tempo's
up as soon
going
as
down.
possible.
Tempo is like just
Tempo's
at a sliver of health. Look at the screen. So bottom left is going to be what's going on here. He has 12 health. Player to his back. He's got to get shot. He's got to get shot. There's no way he survives.
Amazing play.
What?
Tempo managing to stay alive.
What?
Knockdown Disco. You read his name or her name.
Look at this. But hold it. There's a person up at 12, and he's still going for it. Now he's going to try and dip below. Maybe he's got something. No, I think he was going down there. Maybe try and look for some meds, but there's going to be absolutely nothing there. Goes in for the kill. Gets a shot, but there it is. The dream is dead, and they go down this early. That has got to make Hamlinz and Myth so happy, especially sitting at 6 kills for themselves, I believe.
Still 54 people alive in the lobby.
54 people alive.
Rack them up. You know what I'm saying?
Your opponent's only got 1 kill. Allie, this is really
like
good
Pokemon
for them.
at this point, man. You got to catch them all.
Yo.
Like, they have nothing but time, nothing but
gotta
players.
catch them.
You know?
When they're running.
They have so much to work with at this point. Like,
If you're in this situation, I mean, what are you doing? Are you just playing it conservative, trying to get 2-3 kills every couple minutes here? Or are you just going ball to the wall? What are you doing?
You have to go balls to the wall. You're in tilted at this point. You really can't stop the flow of that unless you literally run away, and running away isn't going to help you. You already have a lead going into the second round. You have players pushing you. You have to keep going balls to the wall. Bottom line, period. Gets another knock. And by the way, if you're and the Hamlinz right now, you already have that chemistry down. You already know the way the route through here. You're top level players in this game. There's no reason to leave this. They've got to keep the momentum going and start keep getting these kills.
And they're doing so well. Like, they just keep bringing the action over and over and over again. They one engagement after the other, another team, and they don't slow down at all. They just keep on going.
And this is the type of activity that you want to see in Tilted. I mean, we've literally made it through over half the lobby. He's still taking pop shots.
Yeah.
And he's doing a phenomenal job. I mean, he's got 5. I mean, they've literally got a guaranteed lead now going into the second game. They're just going to continue to climb with it. And, of course, you're still seeing action here in Tilted. It's like, man, there's going to be like 7 people up by the time I actually go to this final circle, wherever it does end up landing. And you just keep the engagements up. Also, I need the belt she's wearing. I need it. Why? Because I want to look like 101 Dalmatians.
You need the whole outfit.
To be honest,
like I work at a Checkers or a Rally.
Honestly, check eBay.
Can you wear that outfit, please?
Always.
That would be amazing.
There's not a weekend I don't go out without a big.
But look how tight that outfit is.
I mean, I feel like she's the finish line for race cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
With a belt. I love it.
Legion, I don't know if I could see you wearing like that tight of an outfit.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay.
I've bought enough skins on this game.
Hey.
And I still need more, and I need this one.
I am right there with you, bro. I'm not even going to say it. I have spent so much money on this game. It's my producer's saying too much, and he's exactly right. Actually, last night, me and Allie were playing, and they came out with the new green skin that we saw.
And he goes, his
so
exact
cool.
words, "This is really cool." And I was like, okay, are you going to ready up?
Next time we ready up, I'm in the outfit with the I'm like, yo, it's addicting. Because, look, they say this is a
The question is rhetorical. Did you get the new emote? Did I get the new emote?
That's right?
Yeah, I got the new emote.
But, I mean, they're just every skin they come out with, I'm just like,
I feel like
I've got to have it.
It's not that you got the new emote. The new emote got you. Okay?
It's an
That's
addiction.
what's happening.
And you know what? That's a good thing, because I'm going to tell you
Never
guys
heard
this right
truer
now.
words.
Before this game, I never purchased a cosmetic.
Really?
Literally, before this game. And then after this, my birthday was April 13th, right? My family was like, what do you want? I was like, just give me like some PSN cards.
No, you did not ask for that for
I
your
asked for
birthday.
straight up V-Bucks, dude. So I got all kinds of suits out here, man.
Shoot.
Come on, I'm a grown man getting V-Bucks for my birthday.
Hey,
so don't feel bad about it at home, okay?
Woo, 12-2,
and
10
they're not
kills.
stopping. There's still 33 players or 33 competitors left on this
Look,
map.
once the TSM train starts, you can't stop it. It just keeps rolling
Choo
down.
choo.
And
It's going.
Everything that gets in the way is just going to be decimated in its path, and we're seeing that now.
It's like Thomas the Train whenever he went on that bender. It was crazy. Yeah, it's like that. That's them.
Well,
yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like we watched entirely
Fall was a
different
weird
shows
time. Yeah, I got to say that.
as children.
32 more
Bender?
kills
Bender.
when he went on that bender.
Thomas the Sad Train, who became the Mad Train. So.
29 more kills and engagements still going. I don't even know where we're at this
I
point.
feel like those get glad not mad commercials would be pretty awkward in that.
We had a solid 5-minute break. I'm rejuvenated. I feel real good.
Feeling good, aren't you?
And what I feel also really good about is the fact that if we see a comeback out of Tennpo and Banks from this next game, with the huge lead that Hamlinz obviously and Myth are probably going to be taking unless they get knocked out probably in the next, minute and a half. I mean, they've still got 29 other people to be able to compete with to get kills.
We could literally see a 20-point lead going into the second game. We already see a 10-point lead as it is.
Which would be the biggest lead that we've seen all day.
Yeah, because the 11 was closest to that. They already have 10. They're definitely going to surpass that. They're just matting up at this point. I don't blame them. You know, getting over here by Shifty, they're just going to mat up, just try to get it going, and then pursue that circle as it closes in. I mean, I highly doubt they're expecting to find many engagements over here.
I wouldn't expect too many engagements this late in the game. And, I mean, even early on in the game, you don't really find that many engagements in Shifty unless there's something in the battle pass that calls for it. There's normally not a lot going on in Shifty, which is why it's such a safe place to land.
And there's tons of good loot. I mean, you kind of need to, explore it a few times before you're hitting it so you know where all the generic stuff's going to be, so you're not just looting in empty rooms that's down there in those shafts. But, that is the good thing. You get the experience, and honestly, that's it. You're watching these people who play all day, pretty much every day, grinding it out for these kills, so they know when and where people are going to be. Based off how many times you're playing these matches, you start to get down those opponent and player rotations. Like, hey, listen, I'm here coming out of Shifty. We still got Greasy. We got Snobby on the map. Where's the majority of people going to go? There's going to be some homies chilling in soccer field, right? Go find it. Kick it, see if you can get these kills in, and let's just see what Myth and Hamlinz can do before the end of this game.
It really comes down to, where are the players this late in the game? We were talking earlier about how there's always players in Tilted, but with Tilted not in the safe zone, where do you push? This is whenever it gets risky. If the other team were to be up, where do you push exactly? And I feel like that's whenever it gets really risky, but being the only team up at this point, it doesn't matter where they push.
Especially this portion of the map, right? Because there's so many valleys, there's so many mountains for you to be on. It's one of those things where if you don't get that high ground, a lot of times, we call it Death Valley, right?
Yeah.
You're running through those little zigzags, and all of a sudden you're getting ganged by two teams on both sides, and you're like, this is it. I'll mess with you, Grandpa. Like when the bullets start raining down. So you're better off to take this high ground. As you can see, they're just trying to maneuver, waiting around on the edge of the map, waiting for anybody that's going to be coming out of Tilted to just body them.
And it's normally pretty easy to find people who are coming out of big cities because more than likely one of their teammates got thirsted. They're down a player. So it's easier to kind of milk the edge a little bit and try to find those solo duos that are left up.
Well, they look like they're trying to take the high ground, doing everything in their power, but the engagements are just – they haven't found an engagement since I believe there was 32 players left, and they still haven't found an engagement overall. We're going to see Hamlinz. He's just going to kind of chill here and just look. I mean, at this point, the storm really hasn't moved in too much. Once the storm moves in and collapses on that circle, I expect them to find a lot more. But like you said, there's so many different hills, so many different valleys that these players could be hiding behind. And he's just going to keep with the sniper rifle up here. Myth is going to stay with them too. I don't disagree with this play. At this point, honestly, not a lot for them to do other than just wait.
Where the bush is at? You know what I'm saying? I want to see one in use. I want to see
I
somebody
haven't seen a
this
single bush used.
I think we have
in this whole series of tournaments.
In this whole series of tournaments, I have not seen a bush used, which kind of disappoints me, to be quite honest with you.
If you're watching this, anybody that's participating that's already out of the tournament next time for us.
Please.
Rock the bush. If you've got a significant lead, obviously, because we wouldn't want you to sacrifice that.
I giggle all the time I put on the bush. It's just the most ridiculous looking.
Is it not? It's like the most fun thing ever.
It really is.
Except when you're trying to ADS with it and you're trying to hip fire when they're medium range and you're just like, you know what? Can you shoot me a little so this bush goes away?
If you just look at him and you say, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Maybe it would help out a little bit.
Leave me alone.
I love it when Ninja on his stream Ninja and Dr. Lupo would put on the bush and they would just totally get into that Italian accent or whatever accent they use, the French accent, and they would just totally I love it. I love how they act. I don't know. The bush is just so awesome.
There's so many comedic things about this game. I mean, the C4, what you can do with them, jump pads in general, being able to troll while you're just lifting away. I mean, and look at this. These poor guys were over here underneath basketball court like, I don't know, Def, we can go now. And then immediately, as soon as they step out, thinking they're safe inside that circle, they get falconed on and killed. Look at this. Almost gets murdered by the trap, though.
Oh, we've seen that's a close call. We've seen too many traps ruin some lives. this tournament. So that kind of worried me a little bit. Okay, that kind of worried me a little bit.
I thought I startled you with the bird noise. Honestly, I was scared.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Oh, is that not what we were freaking out about?
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was about the whole gunfight situation near the trap. I would have eaten the trap. By the way, I would have been immediately killed by that as soon as it dropped.
I saw it for a while, so I figured they have to see this.
I didn't see it.
But he got really close to it, and it scared me.
This is why they're on TSM not. I didn't see the trap. Legion didn't see the trap.
I feel like once you've had one too many horrific deaths, whenever you're going off and tilted and you're feeling really good, and then you turn, you're like.
How about the paranoia from the bushes in general? I mean, you look at those. I look at them from a field. And I'm like, is there somebody in that?
So
I scream sometimes when they pop out and scare me with it.
I've seen some videos on the Reddit, at least, and on Twitter too, that just circulate where like players have just been going through and they've been like let's say they're at Salty and they're just mining, the little bushes that are on the ground. Then they just they're like, okay, another bush. I'm gonna get some wood from this bush. They hit it, and all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, double take. There's a player there, shocking in the face. It happens. So it's like
it definitely does.
And we saw it actually last tournament. I would see like Ninja and like others. They would just randomly zoom into a bush and just shoot. Is there a player there? I don't know. I mean, the paranoia does come in.
One thing that's crazy about playing on PS4 is sometimes they don't render in right away. So you'll all of a sudden see something pop up out of
really?
the corner of your eye, and it's a bush. And then you're automatically like destroying this bush, and it's just a bush. And
destroying the bush.
It gets pretty bad.
I'm in a minor clan called the Bush Squad, so you could say that we have some dedication involved to always use it. It's a rule. If you find one, you have to use it.
You could
in
say
my broadcast.
we're pretty serious right now.
We're pretty serious when it comes to bushes. Like, nobody literally hides them one better than my squad
This
does.
is the most ridiculous conversation I've ever had about bushes.
Bush tactics.
This is the most minor conversation I've had about bushes. If
I could believe that with you, Legion.
Oh, you already know it is. Hamlinz in Myth. 9 players alive. Let's see how many more kills they can rack in before the end of the game. Will they win? Will they come away with a victory?
Hey, look at her.
I mean,
think they're now,
at this point, would you play
kills?
just for the win?
I would be playing to literally do like an Assassin's Creed dive off the top with a jump pad and then land on somebody and murder them with it. So that's what I would be doing at this point.
We've seen a lot of those. Is there a player in that 1x1? Nope, there's not. Nobody home just yet. He was ready. He was ready.
Knock,
Built a door
knock.
and he dipped from that situation. He was like, oh, you know what? I don't want this. I'm going to go. This is too obvious.
See how many engagements. 9 engagements left. They're up by 12 kills at this point. Plenty of opportunities to continue that lead. So 12. So this is the biggest lead we've seen going into the second game then, because 11 was the biggest one that we saw, and that was from Nick Merckx and Ninja's match. So we'll see if they can continue at 12. That's a pretty sizable lead.
That's
a
huge.
Pretty sizable lead.
I can't imagine coming back from that, but we also can't say that because we did see Nick Merckx and Cypher almost come back from an 11-kill deficit.
And Myth does go down. Gets blamed here from 296 and eliminates literally TSM. I don't like it at all.
Hamlinz doesn't like that at all. And now you made the man mad
Look
by killing the Myth.
He's so focused.
He's not happy about this at all.
He needs to make sure he's finishing these kills up for the
Oh,
bonuses.
no. He takes a lot of damage. 29 kills, and that's what you were talking about. He didn't go for the finish. That could have been a 13-point lead moving into the second round, but now it's only, I believe, going to be 12 anyways. As that player knows who he kills. He's going to go ahead and dance it out. Hey, got to be proud of that. But nonetheless, 13 kills. That's my favorite dance, by the way.
I like the song that goes with it.
Do you like? Yeah, it's a pretty dope song. That's what I'm telling you, man. They make everything fun, like every little aspect of it.
Every single part of it, and I mean, they literally have plunger grenades.
I know,
Plunger grenades.
They're
like
so
the
satisfying.
things that you're using in this game are so satisfying.
When you hear it connect with a stick too, it's like it's the
lead.
greatest feeling in the world.
Not everybody's heard that, so
I haven't heard that. Well, I've heard it on me actually. I digress. I have heard. I've been stuck so many times where you go to push the player, you have a sub, you can tell they don't have anything, but you see them with their arm cocked back here, and then they throw one, you miss me. They throw one, you miss me. They throw one, it's stuck to your face, and you're dead.
And you just
and you start just charging that player.
You quit the build before you actually die, so they don't. Get
Oh no, I charge them. I'm charging. I'm like, if I'm going down,
Has
you're
that
going
worked
down
for
with
you?
me, huh?
Has that worked
Has
for you?
not worked once.
I've seen it work for other people, so
Has not worked once.
Great matchup, honestly. I mean,
Fantastic.
unfortunately, they went down so
kills.
early in that first game, but I mean, 12-kill lead going into this. They got a lot on their plate to make that comeback. I mean, it's not like you're playing two people that got real lucky. I mean, they do this every day, all day for those kills, especially when you're playing in these lobbies like this. So
yeah, 12 kills is a lot. That's the biggest one. At least we saw 11 kills. The thing is, though, FaZe Bankston, where are they going to go from now, right? We saw TSM just go straight for Tilted. It worked out for them really well. I honestly expect them to go straight back there again, to be quite honest with you. It worked out for them. At least a Salty drop. We saw Salty from the other team, but nonetheless, hey, they're going to have to make something happen here, something big. And
I feel like in this situation, it's one of those, what you were talking about earlier. You need to lose in the first quarter rather than the last
Right,
quarter.
yeah.
You have to go big. And if you blow it, you blow it. You know, I mean, that just comes with the territory.
Right.
But you have to go big here in order to come back from that deficit.
Well, what are you guys thinking? What's the strategy? What's the strategy in the second one? I mean, obviously, you do have to go big for it. Where do you guys land? Do you go immediately for tilted, or do you just, maybe TSM goes tilted again? Maybe they die early on. Gives you the opportunity to get some kills. Obviously, it's a huge risk, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on where that bus is headed, I think, on this next one, too. I mean, if you got something lucky that's going to be directly over retail, cool, maybe you just drop on it. Tilted is always going to be a standard for you to just try to land on and get all those extra kills, but it's kind of like, man, you might want to play to where you're seeing everybody else kind of dip out, just so maybe if you're paying attention and they're not, that you've got a better chance of being able to get those kills right out of the get-go.
Yep.
I feel like the confidence coming into the second round is either going to be really bad or really good. And I feel like TSM really does have that confidence, and I feel like in tournament-style situations, they're going to be okay. So I feel like even if they do land tilted, they'll be fine. I saw that.
It was like...
Were you feeling sassy?
He's hyped up.
I was feeling sassy for a second. I'm hyped up for this match because I
Definitely.
think Banks has a chance of really coming back in a game 2 here. Why not?
It's possible. I mean, you know Banks. You like Banks. Tell me a little bit about Banks overall. What do you really
He's
know?
tall.
He's tall. Okay.
Very
Lots
tall.
of tats. Great voice in public, very loud and open in general, which is a rarity to have, I feel like, is the confidence to not be afraid to run from security from a hotel in Dallas. Anyways, yeah, what do you guys think? Who do you want to see come out on top for this
I just want to know why you guys are running from security.
Yeah, it's fine.
You bring it up.
We work okay. I was staying in the hotel. So
I'm asking you off camera, by the way, about what happened with that. If you can't say it on camera, I don't blame you. Here it is. Game number 2 going down. Banks and Tennpo going against Myth and Hamlinz. 12-kill deficit for Banks and Tennpo. A lot riding on the line here. Of course, this is in the loser bracket, so whoever loses this is down and out of the tournament. But, of course, whoever wins it is going to be moving on to face some more big competition. So here we are. Where are we going? Looks like we're going for a tilted on both ends.
Right off the roof. Can't blame them. I mean, they want to make sure that they literally put this in the ground. They know they got such a lead.
It looks like they're splitting up. It looks like Myth and Hamlinz are splitting up.
So this is a smart play. They already have the lead by 12. They split up, right? One goes, may pick up some nice kills in tilted. The other one goes, hey, person in tilted goes down. The other one is still going to be hanging back, getting those lesser engagements, more open area. He's going to have the fill to his advantage, right, and be able to come in, maybe be able to space out those battles just a little bit more. So this is a smart play from him.
Looks like they're coming back together, and
they might.
Maybe going salty.
They might, but
they're
still,
trying to collide in air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But more importantly, the story's going to be with Banks and Tennpo here, obviously, in tilted. Can they manage to bring it up? And mind you, kills are great here, but it's all about survivability too, especially because there's so many random things that can happen. We do see on the bottom screen, though, it is going to be Tennpo manages to pick up that blue pistol and the great tack. And the blue pistol
also
good.
extremely underrated. I mean, you could do some damage with the comm, and you get to the blue. I mean, all of a sudden it becomes a viable weapon. And it's actually 2 or 3 times today I've seen teams make it all the way into the top 10 already, and they've still got that blue pistol that's in their inventory. It's like, well, hey, listen, if you need a secondary to switch to because you're out of ammo, sure, do it.
Yeah.
Mind you, we've seen actually some of these streamers and players go down today from just randoms coming in with a pistol and taking them out early in the game. I mean, the pistol is, like you said, a very underrated thing, but it's a great sidearm to have. We talked about the tack having it whenever you have the shotgun. Pistol is just the same, right? Comes in, gives you that high damage per second.
Especially if you're confident with it, right? If you're somebody that knows that you're not going to miss any of your shots, you know, you see guys like Myth all the time challenge with one of those pistols in a shotgun battle, and they win. And it's all because they're landing those headshots. Boom, 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 dead, right? No worry about how your skill's going to play into that if you're already just better than everybody else.
I cry inside because I'm not.
I cry outside. So
hey, it's good.
Yeah,
better out than in, right?
Yeah, it's like a belly button.
I don't know if that.
I just wanted to see your reaction. Hallie's having a breakdown with that one. I told him I was going to hit him with some one-liners today during this broadcast, and boy, have we hit him with it, because that's all we have. But look at this. Challenges yet again. Dropping down. Tennpo with it. Is that 3? That's 3 for the squad so far. Out of tilted.
Out of tilted, which is it's such like a high combat zone, and I feel like they're handling it pretty well, especially after getting knocked out of this last round pretty early. You know, I would lose a lot of confidence coming into this next round, but they land tilted. They're dominant. They're going back for it, keeping composure. They're getting their kills. we could potentially see a really, really nice comeback.
Took a lot of damage there. He's got to use that med kit. I was kind of surprised, actually, TSM pushed Dusty Divot. That's somewhere I haven't really seen anybody push.
No,
to be honest.
especially not this early in the game.
Not this early in the game, right? Typically, that happens later on in the game, but they're going to kind of dip out, and they're going to be pushing what, Salty, it looks like. So could find a couple of kills there. They're sitting at 2 themselves. We see 4 kills for Tennpo. Not sure where Banks is at in terms of overall killability. That's a new word I just created. We're going with it.
I actually think you should coin it. And I'm
killability?
100% with it for you. Killability. I feel like my killability is 100%.
No
I'm always
left.
dead.
He barely got that one.
2 sides of the coin, right?
Once again, if he gets pushed right here, it's over for them. As he's rezzing his teammate.
And he does manage to get him up, though. But, I mean, you've already got 5 kills out of him down here. They're trying to make a comeback. But even with Myth, you know, he's packing 3 already. It's going to be very hard to it's going to be very hard to make that comeback, especially if they're just keeping up casually. They don't have to do anything crazy. All they have to do is stay alive
100%.
and manage to get kills here. And there's only
31.
Yeah, there's only 27 people left in the game. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen for Banks and Tennpo.
Before long, it's going to be absolutely mathematically impossible, especially with the way that the TSM is answering
I see your
back.
pocket reference.
No, that's a COD. Yeah, I've been casting COD for a while now, and that's mathematically impossible is always the most favorite thing for any caster to say.
It's the best. It
is the best thing. It's mathematically impossible for them to make this hardpoint comeback. That's always the one.
That's my dad.
I don't think I would ever say that because then someone would tweet me and be like, "Just by the way, your math sucks." They could have came back.
No, I don't think they would do that because trust me, my math is even worse than yours. You're a calculator compared to me, and like
TI-83.
Yeah, you're the TI-83, and I'm just like that standard.
You're the Casio,
yeah, right?
With 4 buttons,
or the calculator on the little Nokia phone, the little Nokia block phone
in your 20s.
But I've never been tweeted about my math sucking, so hey, I think we're doing okay. I think there's a lot of good things that could come from that.
We've definitely had a great day today.
I think that they know they've kind of got it down. I mean, you're looking at the personality here in the game. They're literally continuing to loot, and then they're just going to take their sweet time. All they got to do is rack up 4 or 5 more kills, and it's wrapping it up.
Yeah, definitely don't see Banks and Tennpo taking that over. But I don't know, stranger things have happened, this I'm sure, but
great show. Shout out to my boy Finn. Can't wait to
your
see
pop
season 3.
culture reference, just you alone.
Actually, I play Fortnite with one of the kids from that show sometimes.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Finn Wolfhard, my boy, if you're watching this, let's game soon. Let's game and tell me what happens in season 3. Anyways, Myth. Still with his teammate, just pushing in.
You could sell everything he tells you, just by the way. Just, I got the deets, sell it for $50,000.
Got the deets. I'll buy you some fruit gushers and a candy corn if you help me out with this.
Yo, honestly, I would sell out for that. Fruit gushers? Are you kidding me? The best.
You ever just melt them on purpose into a giant glob, and then you have like a homemade roll up with gushers?
I saw the most wild thing for my guys that are still deployed downrange in Africa. Someone got a fruit roll ups and they got gushers. Rolled the gushers inside the fruit roll up. Totally wild. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me. Does that not sound phenomenal?
That sounds like something I should have tried as a child.
Sounds like something I should try now. What? As a trial, try now.
I need it.
Are you kidding me?
I'm going to do it when I get home.
Can I come
It's going to be changing my stream. I'm going to be like rolling.
Like
fruit gushers. Like, two. I'm like Scooby-Doo.
No, but seriously, I'm down to come over if you got them.
Okay. You're more than welcome.
Everybody
in production, you're welcome. Everybody watching this might get
no,
a little weird
not
with
production. That's too many people back there, and there's not enough gushers for everybody. Okay.
We are a sharing family, and unfortunately, these guys might be on the same squad, but they are not sharing kills because you know what? That doesn't keep them alive in the tournament.
No, they're not sharing kills at all. Matter of fact, they're all still up. But man, you talk about engagements, looking a bit dry overall. As I gotta say. We've been talking for quite some time. We were at 31 total. Now we're at 28. So still 24 engagements left.
Slow game.
It's been it started off pretty fast, but now it's pretty slow. So it has slowed down quite a bit. I'm curious to know where Banks is at in kills. Is it going to make a dent in the 12? It could. It could. No, I mean, they got a lot.
I feel like he's only got a few at the moment. I mean, 12.
No, I think so too.
They'd have to go on an absolute. I mean, they'd have to like create a smoke bomb again in this game and blind them and get the rest of the kills in this match. I feel like they actually have a chance to come. I mean, obviously, crazier things have happened, obviously, but I feel like it's going to be very hard.
Crazy stuff happened today, so I wouldn't put it past them. But like you said, it is eventually going to become mathematically impossible.
There you go.
Sorry, I just really want.
Now you're coining it. Now you're coining it. I like it. We're rubbing off on you.
It's true. Every time we leave the room.
Allie, this is her first catch. She's doing phenomenally well. Got to give it to her. Got to give her credit. But look at this. Engagements are going down 21. 21 engagements left. Still down quite a bit. I don't know, man. It's been slow pickings this close. But, hey, the Storm, it's going to be dropping at least for the next 2 minutes. So we'll see if they're going to find any more so far. No jump pads.
I think the rest of the lobby is actually in a mosh pit somewhere over at Lonely.
They're all on a dance
floor. And they're
floor?
just listening to some, killers or something over there on the corner of the map, just dancing. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on one of the dance
because there's definitely,
in,
I don't think anybody's alive. The Fortnite Rapture has taken place, and they are all gone.
Well, to be fair.
Well, Myth just got a couple of knocks.
Myth just got 3 knocks back to back.
I lied. Myth found them.
Yeah.
Myth found them somewhere.
He found the mosh pit.
Dance party's over. Storm just ruined that.
Takes them out sequentially, and they finally get the last guy as well. Yes.
And I think that's going to solidify it. I think that's it.
Oh, that's rough.
Wow.
Add
to the equation there, 9.
Just raining down from the sky as they may or may not have just solidified this match. If that's not the most beautiful thing you've seen from a win, I don't know what is.
Do you know the most beautiful thing in this entire game is?
Courage?
When
is
you
that
have,
what you're
yes, courage. But number 2, if you don't have health or you don't have blues and you are hiding outside of someone else's build, they get murdered and it falls from the sky. It's like, do you need anything else in life, honestly, at that point?
Greatest thing in life.
I need a shield pot and some Band-Aids, and thank you, because I'm calling them Band-Aids. Shout out to you.
That's a good shirt idea, by the way. Loot falling down while the guy's just looking up, like, thank you.
Bless me with a gold scar.
That's a really good shirt idea. Honestly, Epic, if you're listening, you got to make a shirt like that.
Plan. That's right.
Yeah,
we did that cover.
He just did that.
We did that cover. Check it out.
Absolutely.
Guys, I mean, I know scoreboard's tough to get, especially when we don't have both of them streaming, but this is going to be Tennpo on your screen. He manages to get 1 knock. Can he get we got 2 knocks, so that's 2 eliminations.
Tennpo, I mean, he's definitely keeping up a fight for the team here.
I think you have to.
I think it's technically possible if he gets almost every other kill that's left in the game.
Every single kill, including his teammates.
Yeah, which would be awesome if it was possible.
Tennpo's over here dancing with, I think they're having a dance. You know that mosh pit you're talking about?
That's it. They heard me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually have a radio. It's like Campbell's soup cans connected with strings to everyone's houses. It's actually competing in the tournament, and that's how we communicate with them.
I didn't get a Campbell's.
It's called
can.
Discord.
Have you seen that video that's been trending so far about the dance party where they started the dance party or started the dance off, where they dance at the same time, pre-game lobby, found each other in Dusty Divot. Guy tries to pickaxe him. That the guy's like, no, chill. I know you. It's cool. We're cool. And then starts the dance party inside Dusty Divot while the game is literally going on. Have you seen that video?
No.
You guys got to check it out.
Definitely one I'm gonna have to see though.
Does the guy get murdered in front of him too?
No, actually,
the Titanic music playing in the background.
No,
that's my favorite.
Those break my heart.
Believe it or not, they finished the dance party. I don't know what happens afterwards, but right in Dusty Divot, this game is just so funny.
Banks downed. Tennpo trying to get back to him to get the rescue, but honestly, the smart play for Tennpo might just be to continue pushing. He knows the only way that they're going to get kills is if he's still rotating towards where that circle's going to be at, where the action's at. He can see that Hamlinz and Myth are in a gunfight, just needs to try to rotate to get those cleanups. But as you can see, Hamlinz does get taken down, and his teammates coming up for the rescue, but he does manage to get killed.
Oh, wow.
Wow, he does go down, in fact, and
Good
Myth
night,
was trying to go for the res. He does. Did he get the knock? No, he didn't get the knock. That player is so incredibly low with health. He's going to push up just a little bit more. That jetpack showing how versatile that jetpack can be. Using it to just get a little bit ahead of that opponent to just peek the head. Pulls up the gold scar. That is a pickup you definitely want. He's going to go ahead and heal up. And now how many engagements do we currently have left? Not enough, as Myth is currently
12.
Look at that. Just mowing the play. Oh, no. That player got a little bit sneaky, too.
He still has a med kit in his back pocket, so he could definitely come back from this. Here, I mean, he got that knock. Right? Yeah, he
did get the knock. He did get the knock.
So he has one more player absolutely visible. He's standing still.
I mean,
this is disgusting.
This is just one of those things where you see that jetpack come into use, right?
Yeah.
If you're a player that's very good at building, you're assuming that the player that's coming up to you is going to be matching at the same pace. You zoom over like he did, you hit the dance, and then you know what? You're catching dubs all day.
Look at that smile coming out from Myth. By the way, his birthday was the other day. I want to say on stream, happy birthday to good old Myth over there. I believe he's 19 years old now. He's still young. So I mean, talk about Fortnite. If this game continues,
plenty of time
right now,
to last.
Seriously, and right now he's young. He's got the endurance to play. On top of that, too, he's got the reaction times, which I've lost a long time ago at 20.
And also though, to anybody out there that is older, I mean, you got to look at some of these other esports where you've got teams full of 30, 32, 33-year-olds playing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It seems if you want to compete and you're good, go for it. Don't let anything tell you that you can't do it. If you suck, that's not your fault, but you can always get better. It's the truth, am I right?
Absolutely.
I mean, don't ever tell yourself you can't do something, because there's always a chance if you've got the skill set for it.
And I think that's with anything, honestly. If you want to be a commentator, you want to work in esports in any way, esports is on the come up. Honestly, you just got to go for it. I've sacrificed so much to be where I am now as a commentator. I think at one point in lives we've all sacrificed a point. So honestly, not trying to get all philosophical here with you.
I mean, I feel you, dude.
But hey, seriously, we've sacrificed so much to be where we are, and there's always room to improve.
It's
Keep going.
Grind to be in the scene, but as you can see, all these people that you're seeing right now competing in this tournament,
they've all.
They might have been in the esports scene or in the gaming scene, whether they're streamers or YouTubers in the past. But you're seeing a lot of new guys now that are on the same tier in terms of viewership, subs that came up in a 2-3 month span. So we talked about it earlier in the day. You just got to grind it out. Get good. If that's your objective, you want to be funny with the game, be funny. Any way you can think of, there's an audience out there for you.
There's an audience
so don't give
out
up.
there. I mean, I literally remember sleeping on hotel floors just going to events for free.
MLG,
no
dude,
joke.
back in the day, I mean, I used to sleep 12, 15 to a room,
right?
It was $25 for me to stay for the whole weekend.
And nothing mattered except competing.
Yep, that's all that mattered back in the day. And that's where we're at now with these open tournaments that they're getting ready to host. I mean, you've been around, my God, since SOCOM back in the day. So there's
Way to call me out on that.
the grind is real. So
yeah,
it's fun. And that's it. If you guys have never been to an event, by the way, UMG hosts amazing events. Definitely go give one a try. Seriously, it's a lot of fun if you've never got to go to a video game event.
I love the difference in vibes right now. We're getting so deep and talking about follow your dreams and pursue your passion. And they're having a dance off.
They're like, yeah.
We're like, okay, but for real.
That's why 27-13, Allie.
It's double.
Yeah.
And
14.
That was a losers bracket match as well. So unfortunately, I'm gonna miss you, Banks. Tennpo, I'm gonna miss you. But TSM continue to advance. A favorite of Taylor here for this tournament.
It is. I love TSM. I loved them in the previous tournament as well when it was Daquan and Hamlinz playing with each other. Finished second place behind Typical and.